the ingredients we need. First, of course, we need some all-purpose wheat flour. We need an egg, we need some baking soda and baking powder. I also put a little bit of vanilla flavour in there and a little bit of this. Sometimes put nutmeg, ground nutmeg and ground cinnamon in as well, just to give it a little bit of flavour. We also have some chopped up dried grapes called seedless raisins or sultanas, whatever you want to call them. Okay. That egg's okay. Right. First I usually put all the wet ingredients in together. Not sure if anyone else eats banana peel, but I don't. Oh, well, Vietnamese people do when they have their meals, but they usually eat the green bananas chopped up with the peel on. Try that at Vietnamese restaurants. Alright, so chop this up a little bit. Add a little bit of water because it needs a little bit of extra water to keep the muffins moist. Then put in some other, well, put all the wet ingredients in together. Maybe quarter or half a tin of vanilla flavour. Cinnamon, nutmeg. You need to put in a little bit of salt if you can get it. And of course, need a little bit of honey. Okay, if you don't have honey, you can use sugar if you like sugar. I don't like using sugar, so I don't use it. Then we get a potato masher. And we mash all the banana up. Don't go too fast, it'll splash out of the bowl. Mashing this until we have it all into a fairly smooth texture. I've got most of the lumps out of it. It doesn't matter if you don't get them all. It doesn't make any difference when they're in the middle of a muffin or something, because it's got a bit of a lump of banana. Overall, it should be fairly smooth and even in consistency and well mixed. For general purpose flour, and we'll put some of that in. Maybe that's 1.5 cups or whatever, and I'll put about 6 of these small bananas in here that are very ripe. Next we need to get some baking powder. Get over a level teaspoon of baking powder. About half the same amount of baking soda. Then we get some kind of utensil and we mix it all together. Flour into the wet ingredients. Don't try not to mix it for too long, just mix it until it's all completely stirred through. Okay, then we add the dried fruit. something in the tray, you need to grease the tray. So I just use a bit of butter to in here to stop, and this stops the muffins from sticking too much to the muffin tray. Now once you have got the muffin tray greased, you can start putting the mixture in the tray. So just put a little bit in each one. Don't overfill it, just a little bit less than up to the top of each little hole. Okay, if you like, when you make your banana muffins, if you want to dip some, this is it's written in Thai language, but it's desiccated shredded coconut. Okay, it's just the meat out of a coconut, dried and ground up and dried. Put in a cup or so, or a cup and a half or whatever of that too. I don't worry about precision too much. This is dry, so it will soak up a bit more moisture. The thing I use for cooking is a small fan forced oven. Doesn't matter what brand you use. Just makes hot air and blows it down onto the whatever it is you're cooking underneath. Has adjustment for time and temperature. Works fine. So with this small fan forced oven, you need to set the temperature at about, I think it's about 160 degrees Celsius or centigrade, if you want to call it that. Okay, so you set the temperature to about 160 Celsius. If you're using a conventional oven, probably use 180 to bake, the same kind of thing. Put your tray in on the high rack in this fan forced oven. You see the fan is in the lid. I'll use it for baking a lot. Put the handle down, turn the time on for about 12 or 13 minutes and it will bake. While you're waiting for it to bake, you can start getting the next tray ready. Give it a bit of colour. Almost done. In a few seconds you will hear a ping and it'll be finished cooking. Once it's finished cooking, lift the top off using the special handle made for picking hot things up. You can just take it out of the oven. Take the first one out, put the next one in. As easy as that. Start cooking again. Once you have finished all your cooking, of course, you still have to wash the dirty dishes, which is one of the jobs that always comes up after you've done cooking, but never seems to be mentioned in the cooking shows. Alright, once they're cooked and cooled, you can try them out, you can eat them. You can eat them how they are, or you can put some honey or jam or whatever you like on them. The mix for this with the coconut in it was a bit drier, so they come out of the tray a lot easier.